Hey, what's up guys? So on this video I'm going to be speaking about the business models that I have been working. So I'm going to start off with print on demand, and the second one is arbitrage. So for print on demand, I'm using Printful, I'm using Merch by Amazon, and I'm also using Sorting Social. So the way that it works is that you go on the website sortingsocial.com, you look for designs, you look for the hottest designs, then you use those designs to inspire you, and you upload those designs on Merch by Amazon and on Printful. So I'm going to show you Printful. So Printful, you can integrate Printful with other shops. So as you can see here, so at the moment I have mine with Etsy and with Amazon. So here is Etsy, and this is my Amazon seller account, and this is Merch by Amazon. So Merch by Amazon and Amazon Seller Central are two different platforms. So they're two different platforms. Merch by Amazon is for print on demand, and Amazon Seller Central is for pretty much anything else, and also print on demand. For Etsy, they sell a variety of different things, as you can see, based off their selection here, but you can also sell print on demand, their clothing section. So I have my Printful connected to Etsy and Amazon. So you'll see here that I'm using Printful mockups. So let me show you what those are. So here it is, mockup generator. So this is essentially where you're gonna be selecting the type of clothing that you want to create. So let's I'll just pick a random one. Okay, let me go with the hoodie. So let me go with this one right here. So this would be a mock-up. So eventually you would want to generate the files, right? So you generate the files and you save those files. So you upload an image, generate the files, then you download those files. So that would be the mockups. So you use those files on a sales page using OptimizePress. So on OptimizePress, you're going to have to create copy content on the sales page with the mockup images. So you're essentially creating a sales page with the images trying to promote the mockup images. So remember that I said that you're being inspired with Sorting Social. So after you have the inspire image that you created, or that you had somebody else create for you, you're gonna upload that image on Merch by Amazon and on Printful, and that same image is gonna be ran through Printful, so you can get the mockups. So basically the mockups, it displays a person with your image. So that's basically why you want the mockups. So when it's listed by Merch by Amazon, that basically means that it's on Amazon.com. So it's the same website, it's just the platform itself is different. Okay, so that's for print on demand. So it starts with number 1, number 2, number 3. So let me go on this side with arbitrage. So arbitrage, there's retail, there's online, and there's tactical arbitrage. So arbitrage is to sell items on Amazon. So I actually created a tutorial called how to estimate sales on Amazon. So go to my YouTube channel /Curious Minds with a Z at the end, youtube.com of course, and look for that video, how to estimate sales on Amazon. So you have to estimate your return on investment. Basically, you're investing money on products from retail, you probably are going to be scanning things with probably one of these. And so the Amazon seller account actually comes with an app, so you can use that app to help you scan products while you're at the store, and you can determine whether if there is a potential return on investment on the money that you're investing for the arbitrage time that you're investing. But ultimately, your goal should be that you're trying to sell it on Amazon, either via FBA, fulfilled by Amazon, or via merchant, meaning that you ship it out whenever somebody purchases it from you. So arbitrage, right? So print on demand goes to Etsy, and Etsy, you can sell via Etsy to Google Shopping. So let me actually show you that. So here is Etsy, right? So I'm gonna go to the shop manager. So I am logged in to my account, so I'm going to click here on marketing. So you're going to see all the potential possibilities. So that means that you go from Printful to Etsy to, for example, to Google Shopping. So it goes from Printful to Etsy to Google Shopping. So 3 platforms that you're displaying your content on. So you do have to spend money, of course. So Google Shopping is integrated with Google Ads. So you'll see as an example, and this is an example of a mock-up. I go through the process to show you that mock-up, but this is what a mock-up essentially looks like. So that's a mock-up, and that's why I was saying that you want to get those mock-ups to use on sales pages with optimized press, right? So once you're here on Etsy, you can also promote it even further. So you see how the line goes from here to Google Shopping, right? So there are other ways to promote it as well. Social media, probably not necessary. It's probably better if you go to the actual social media and promote it there directly instead of here. Promoted listings. Let's take a look at this really quick. So this is actually promoted within Etsy, which I actually do recommend as well. So you should account for spending money on Etsy for the simple reason that whenever you have a product and you want to get it to become popular, you have to spend money on pay per clicks on Etsy, pay per ads or sponsor ads. I forget what they call them on Etsy. So you have to spend money on ads to promote. So you're targeting long tail and short tail keywords on your listings. So that's kind of how you have to determine. So that's kind of like a way. So there's actually tools that are used within Etsy. So there's Marmalade. So marmalade.com or etsyrank.com. Those are some really good tools to use within Etsy. So let me go back here on Etsy. So that's to promote on Etsy. Google Shopping, as I said, that's Google Ads integrated. So Google Shopping is not exactly Google Ads, right? Google Ads is to run ads. Google Shopping is actually Google's commerce platform, I believe, if I'm not mistaken. Yes, it is. So as you can see, so you can be on essentially 3 platforms. And the more the merrier, right? That's actually what we want in marketing. The more you're spreading your content, the better. So here are some sales and coupons that you could potentially use. Facebook ads, as I mentioned, I believe you should go directly to Facebook, but if you feel that it's easier to just use it through here, go ahead and do that. For integrations, let's take a look. So integrations you see here, probably a good idea to go ahead and integrate, for example, Pinterest, I think would be a good one. So here's Marmalade that I was talking about, eRank. I'm not familiar with that particular one. Let me see the other ones. So for taxes, I know for Etsy, taxes are a big thing. So I would definitely attempt to learn how to use one of the tax apps on here, since you do need to account for that information. So let's go back to marketing. Custom web address. So you see this, you can even have your own custom domain directly for your Etsy shop. So that means that you can go from Printful to Etsy, right? And then you can have your own domain. So you're removing the shop away from Etsy and isolating it with your own domain. But the problem with that is that all the traffic that goes on Etsy, right, you would miss out on that because you're isolating your shop to your domain. So that's kind of like a downside to it. Okay, so I'm gonna move on. Okay, so I mentioned basically from here up, I spoke about all of that. So eventually, you know, we want to promote our products, right? So if we have mock-ups as an example, we would want to post mock-ups on our Facebook pages, and eventually we would want to run ads on our to our pages, right, to drive traffic into our pages, right? Whether that would be a sales page that you control with your own individual domain. So for example, using Optimized Press would be an example. So you create the sales page and you drive traffic there with the ad, or you drive the traffic to Etsy, right? You could even drive traffic to a specific product on Amazon. I've seen ways on YouTube of how people do that. So you isolate a specific product and you run an ad to a specific product on Amazon. So in a way, it avoids you the necessity of having a website, right? Like on here. So on here, right, you run the ad. So here I wrote the example of the sales page as an example. So one product sales page. So I actually want to show you an example of a potential product sales page, a one product sales page. So let me pause the video so I can actually search for that page. All right, so here is a one product sales page. So that means a website that is dedicated for one product to promote one product. So this is the product right here. So it's a prenatal multivitamins. So you'll see how the individual product is and expanded upon each benefit. So for example, you see how it breaks it down on these right here, nutrients. Sorry, I lost my train of thought there for a sec. So you can see that it's the intention is for pregnancy. So you can see how it goes. It breaks down what I like to think of, for example, pain, problem, pleasure, and prevention. So it kind of outlines those three, right? And in addition to benefits of individual nutrients for this particular product, right, or elements. I didn't really go through the entire individual list that they had there. I'm just trying to outline and comment on the idea overall. So you can see this individual single product is kind of expanded. So it's actually 4 pages in total. So that's page number 1, page number 2, page number 3, and the blog. Let's click on the buy now. So don't forget these right here. Pain, problem, pleasure, prevention, and the benefits of individual nutrients or elements. So you can see here, buy now. It's just a buy now button. Let's go ahead and click on it. So you see it actually redirects to Amazon. So they didn't even bother to put a payment processor. So the most common payment processors. So let me actually show you what that is, just in case if you don't know. So the most common one is Stripe. So there is Stripe. So that's probably the most common one. But the idea, as an example, is that you're going to either integrate Stripe to allow you to take payments, or you're gonna take the payment through a different route. So as I had mentioned earlier, on here, right, it would be from here. So that's basically what happened. It went from here to Amazon, right? So it took a different route. So say that you have a sales page, right? In that event, you would want to have email marketing, Facebook Pixel, Google Analytics, Facebook Messenger. So the whole drill. I actually created a video explaining my funnel. That video would expand more on here, but essentially you would want email sequences to be prepared to help you sell on the back end, right? By having email marketing working for you, being scheduled emails that you write in advance. So you have to think of the subject line and the body of those emails to send specific promoted emails or schedule emails to accomplish a goal. For example, to promote a product or a service, as an example. So for Facebook Pixels, to help you retarget, meaning that you're kind of retouching upon specific audiences. So I would really recommend that you watch that other video about my funnel. So for Facebook Messengers, to help you collect opt-ins, meaning that you want to build your list of people that opt in to your Facebook Messenger. So the platform that I'm using is ManyChat for that specific one. So you'll see the idea here is that for example, if I ran one Facebook ad or a second Facebook ad, the intention would be that I would be either driving the traffic to a sales page like on here, or directly to an individual product on Amazon or on Etsy. So as you saw on Etsy, you can actually have a domain, so you can run it directly there, or you can have a sales page and it goes to Amazon, right? It just depends. The pros on having a sales page is that you can integrate email marketing, pixel analytics, and all those little integrations that would not be otherwise allowed on these individual platforms, of course. Okay, so this is what you should be looking for. So when people visit you, you're going to determine who is looking for you. You're trying to segment your audience to retarget. You're looking at acquisition. So acquisition means to get. So how are they getting to your site? So how are they getting to your site? Was it because of your ad on Facebook, or was it because of organic traffic? So your behavior, what are they doing on your website? So you can actually know by using, for example, Google Tag Manager to help you know what they click on your website, as an example. So overall, you're building an automated system. You're either delegating, or you're systemizing if you can't remove yourself from the process. So you're automatically, systematically nurturing, acquiring clients via funnels or webinars or other ways, to drive traffic via ads or whatever, organic traffic or SEO or whatever. So 80% is all about mindset, 20% is all about skill set, and it's always about having good routines, right? Routines are really important. Having good routines are what build positive habits, right? That keep you in that mode, so you build momentum. Okay, so I want to speak about this now. So I showed you the example of a single product sales page. Now here's an example of a page with multiple products. So it comes down to design. If you think about it, look, let me go back to the home page. So again, think about this as page number 1, 2, 3, and 4. So let me go back to this image right here. So you see how it says brand, home, shop, shopping info, FAQ. So those are that's referring to the menu, right? So the brand is referring to the logo. Home, so that's standard. So there should be a home page. For this example, they use about us, right? So instead of shop, you can have about us, just like they have here. You can have contact instead of shipping info, and instead of FAQ, you can have a blog, or you can have an FAQ. And for the buy now, you have a button, and it links to Amazon, right? So that's kind of how you can control that process. So if you think about multiple products, the difference would be, as an example, so let me go back to the home. Well, I am on the home page. So think about it like this. If you list, for example, 2 products here, one on the left and one on the right, and you have a button for this one and you have a button for this one. So let's say this one links to Amazon, this one also links to Amazon. So you took yourself the necessity of having a payment processor, right? So you skip that step, so the product would be listed on Amazon, right? So that's kind of how you could have multiple products. So as an example here, I wrote 3 products, so that would be the exact same process. It just determines, it just matters on how you organize the information, right, on the website. So it's all about how you organize the information within the sections of the website. So you see here how they organized it. So you just have to be creative, basically. You have to use your creativity. Okay, so these are the designs. So you see here banner versus video. So that would be for the video, the Facebook ad set. So here's the menu once again. So the idea here is that if there's only one single product, you're running 3 assets to test which one is the most efficient. So if you have 3 products, you're running 3 assets for each product, right? So you're spending more money on ads. So as an example, if you spend $5 per day on each ad, so this would be $15. So 15 times 3, right? So that's $45 that you would have to spend to test 3 products. Versus on here would be 15 products, because 3 times 5 is 15. So 15 versus $45 to test products. But the thing is, you could have products to where it's just linked to Amazon, right? So you can have products that you buy via arbitrage, and then you create a sales page like I had mentioned, like on here, and then you link it to Amazon, right? Like the example that I showed you. And if you have more products, it's the exact same process. The only difference would be where the buy now button would be placed under the product, as an example. So you see here, I mentioned 5 ad sets, 5 different audiences on each ad set, but with similar audiences, of course. So you split test, meaning that you're running, so this ad, the first one would have 5 different audiences, the same thing for 2 and 3. So by split testing, what I mean is that you're looking at the ones that were the most efficient, right? So once you determine the one that was the most efficient, you would kind of spend more money on that specific one. So you would scale, meaning that you increase the budget on that specific ad. So it's really important that you have safety badges, that you add urgency so people take action on your sales page, that you have quantity breaks, so you have upsells or cross sales if you can, increase your average order value depending on the product. So some marketing automation tools, these are irrelevant kind of for this video. I should have taken those off. So again, 3 products, 3 assets, 5 different audiences on each ad set. You determine which one performed the best. The design of the sales page can be different, single product or multiple product. Okay, so I have listed out all the models. So you can see that there are 8 in total. So the first one is optimized press plus affiliated marketing. So for affiliated marketing networks. So there's a lot of them out there. So the idea is basically that you're promoting products and you get a commission. The most common one being ClickBank, probably the most common one. There's a lot of them. I actually created a video about affiliated research, so go to my YouTube channel and look for that video, affiliated research. So that will be the first one. So decide which products to promote. So you're essentially creating a sales page, right? And you're promoting it. Optimized press, sales page, Printful mockups. So that's the second model. So the first one is affiliated products. The first one is affiliated products. The second one is Printful mockups. So we're loading about 50 to 75 designs to the sales page using optimized press. Okay, so the third one is Printful plus Google Shopping, as I showed you within Etsy, Amazon Seller. You can also integrate it with eBay, Shopify, and if you integrate Printful with Shopify can have the ability to integrate its plugins, so it kind of gives you more flexibility to work and to customize. And then you can integrate it with Amazon Seller if you want as well. So number 4, Shopify plus Amazon Seller, just like this one, plus Printful. So it's basically the same thing if you think about it. This plus this is number 4. So you list on Seller Central. And then basically like the website Roots and Central. In fact, let me show you the name of the website. I actually forgot to show you that. It's rootsandland.com. So just like on this website, on this right here, so it says Shopify plus Amazon Seller. So that means you'll see the buy button takes you to Amazon, right? You'll see what I mean. Oh, now it doesn't want to work. Well, it took us to Amazon. You guys saw earlier. So takes you to Amazon, and the mockups could be the same designs that you use on Printful, right? Because remember I said you're being inspired to create those designs. So you put that design on Printful. And you connect Printful with Shopify to Amazon Seller. So you list the product on on Seller Central. So you connect Printful and Amazon Seller Central, right? So you list it via Seller Central because you connected it with Printful. Then you will list it on Shopify. So the end product is basically this. Imagine this is Shopify, right? So essentially within Shopify you would have a button that would redirect you to Amazon, right? The Amazon Seller. So that's a product that you listed on Amazon. So that's basically what this means. So this would avoid the need for a UPC code. So that's kind of like a little trick. So Shopify, optimized press plus Facebook dynamic ads. So that's another one. Facebook dynamic ads. So there it is. So that's to help you remarket your website's products, as you can see. So definitely look into this one if you're not familiar with it. So I'm telling you about it so you can look into it further. So you can see it always begins with creating an ad. So I'm not going to log in for this particular instance. I'm just showing you the list. So Shopify plus Google Shopping plus Printful. So I showed you with Etsy how you could integrate Google Shopping. So within Shopify you can also integrate Google Shopping. And so you're integrating Printful with Shopify. And then from Shopify you go with Google Shopping. So same thing here, Printful and Etsy, and from Etsy Google Shopping, right? Or merged by Amazon. So the next one, I actually haven't even tested this one myself, but I'm pretty sure it would work. Shopify and Wanelo. So Wanelo.com. The main thing would be that you have Facebook Pixel, just like I always mentioned, to help you retarget, Google Analytics for Google Ads to help you retarget, ManyChat, Facebook chatbot to help you get opt-ins to help you build your list. So there's also DSM tool. So let me actually Google that. DSM tool. So this would actually be drop shipping. So essentially you would be listing products, right? And whenever somebody orders that product, so you could use Stripe, right? So when the order comes in, you get the payment on Stripe. So you're drop shipping. So you would order it from the actual place where you can drop ship it from, and then you would ship it to them. So you have a sales page to help you drop ship. So for example, here I actually forgot to write a sales page, but for number 8, a sales page would be necessary where, for example, if you had a product page like on this one, you can have the exact same process where you can have as many products as you want, as I had mentioned on the earlier model. Let me see, where is that page? This one right here. You can have as many products as you want, and in addition to that, you can use DSM to help you list specific products to drop ship. You can also list them on eBay or any retail store. So you get products from any retail store. So you always want to establish the minimum amount for them to provide you with free shipping. So here, lastly, here's the entire process. Retarget. You get lookalike audiences. You collect data. So 2 assets, as you can see, which one perform the best. So here I used videos as an example. You see how it says the percentages here. So that's what percentage of the video was watched. That you segment that specific audience based on how many people watch the percentage of that video. So you segment that specific audience of that specific video, and then you retarget to that segmented audience. So you'll see here, after you retarget to lookalike audiences, so you segment the people who watch, for example, 50% of the video, then you would create a custom audience of lookalike audiences. So that means that Facebook would provide you with similar audiences on your second ad. So this would be considered the first ad. So when you retarget, that's the second ad that you create. So the more percent, the more interested, meaning that the more they watch of a video that maybe you use as an ad, the more interested they might be, right? So you create your own video to educate, or we create a video for you. So you educate. The idea is that you're going from a cold audience to help you build data, right? You're building data by educating, meaning your videos are intended to educate, and you're driving traffic at the same time. So you're creating Facebook pixel data. So you're casting a wide rate net to help you fish, meaning that you're building data via Facebook pixel as an example. So the cold audience will help you gather data. So you want to spend minimum of a few $100 budget to help you gather data and to help you test. So here is an example: cold audience, 2 assets, segment based on behavior, you retarget. So how many videos do you want to use to retarget with based on their behavior? 3, for example, or do you want 5? So it just depends on how many assets you begin with. So for example, 2 assets, you could have up to 3 retargeted videos. So for example, think about it like this: for 2 assets, 2 retargeted videos would be good enough to cover 2, right? 2 and 2 is 2, but an extra one could be, for example, to test a different message. So it's all about how you kind of position what you're promoting. So it depends if it's a banner or a video. So again, this is the list, possible designs of products, and these are all the models of how to approach the process. So my name is Jeffrey. I hope this video helped you understand. All right, take care.